Hey everyone, and welcome back or welcome to the channel. If you are new here, I am Mike. I own a 2023 Subaru WRX Premium, and unofficially but kind of officially this has become a WRX channel. And over the last few months, we've been going over what the VB generation is offering, why you might want to go with the Premium over the base, or why spending just a little bit extra for the Limited makes more sense than going with the Premium that I have. But now that the 2024 model has arrived, there's some new changes to this vehicle that I think makes it a great value even in base form. Today we're going to check out the 2024 Subaru WRX base, see what is new and why in 2024, despite spending about $2,000 more for this trim over last year, might be a great choice. Obviously nothing is new for the exterior because you don't have that subtle deck lid spoiler like you will see for the Premium trim and above. Also, you still have the 17-inch alloy wheels. But up front, there is one minor feature that we're going to get into that is different, and it's a part of a huge package that maybe you'll enjoy in your next daily driver. Now, before we get started, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to my friends here at Subaru of Wakefield in Wakefield, Massachusetts, for letting me come down here to check out their WRX inventory. In fact, I bought my WRX here, and I've been working with these guys for about 5 years now. So they're a great group of people, and if you are looking at buying a new WRX, definitely come down and check out what they have. So if you're ready, then I'm ready. Let's check out the 2024 WRX base. So let's start off with the exterior. So up front, you will have LED headlights. Now, if you want to get those steering responsive LED headlights, just like last year, you will have to spend a little extra for the Limited trim. However, for the base model, there is one minor change, and because you now have the EyeSight driver assist technologies, which was only available for WRXs with the SPT, you now have high beam assist. So if you're out late at night, you're on some winding back road that is dimly lit, there's a car coming at you, those high beams will turn off automatically. So that's a nice little feature to have. Then, as previously mentioned, you are going to have the 17-inch alloy wheels. If you want those 18s, you'll have to go with the Premium. Then for the side mirrors, they're still not heated. Also, you don't get blind spot detection for the base or Premium. That'll be reserved for the Limited trim and above. And just like last year, on the key fob, you can just pop the trunk, and now you have access to your luggage or whatever else you might be carrying with you on a daily basis. Also, as you've already noticed, you do have a physical key here for the base trim, so no push button start, also no keyless entry. So if you want to get into the WRX, you will have to use the key fob. And let's take a look inside. You are going to have cloth, manually adjustable seats. They are not heated. If you want to get heated seats, you will have to go with the Premium. But this is where the similarities from last year begins to end. Getting a quick and better look from the second row, you now have the 11.6-inch touchscreen, which looks so much better than the dual 7-inch displays that was found on the base trim last year. Now you have 11.6-inch touchscreen on all trims. Navigation is only available on the Limited trim and above, which if you use Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, that really isn't too much of a concern. Now, this is partially why you're spending a little extra for the base trim compared to last year, although the EyeSight driver assist technologies is definitely going to play a role in that as well. But let's dive a little bit more into this head unit because there are some embedded features that I think definitely add some value for the 2024 model year for the base trim. Getting back to the front seat of the WRX, it feels a lot more like the Premium in here because of the 11.6-inch touchscreen. It seems to me that Subaru is trying to close the gap at this price point at around $33,000 from a technological perspective compared to the Elantra N and also the Civic Si. Now, when you look at sales figures, Subaru is blowing away the competition in this market. I just think they're trying to be a bit more tech-focused for 2024 moving forward. But with that, we get some additional features such as dual zone climate control. This is great to see, especially at around 33 grand. Now, even though this is a massive infotainment system, there's not a lot of physical buttons and dials. You are going to have physical buttons for the dual zone climate control, the front and rear defrosters, also the dials for the volume and tuning. Now, it will take some time to get used to, especially when you are adjusting the climate control and also where the fan direction is, but it will become second nature to use as I've been driving my WRX every single day for the past 6 months. Now, for the screen itself, there are some new changes, much like we saw for 2023. If you own an early 2022 WRX for the VB generation, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And one thing I've noticed compared to my WRX is that there are some new icons here. So, At the bottom of the screen, you are going to have your home screen button, but to the left and right, there's some smaller icons that lead you to different menus. Starting off with the left, you are going to have your vehicle control here, so cruise control, acceleration. You can go anywhere between standard, dynamic, comfort, or eco. Then you're going to have your driving assistance feature, such as your pre-collision braking, forward collision warning, and lane departure warning. Now, if you own a manual and you don't want these systems overriding your driving experience, you can turn these off. So, especially with pre-collision braking, you can turn that off. I don't know. I actually like that. I like having that on my vehicle, so maybe I would keep that on. Then, of course, your forward collision warning. You can go near, normal, or far. That way you're not going to be getting all that beeping when you are behind the wheel from the eyesight driver assist features. Then you're going to have your lane departure warning. You can turn this off as well. Also, you can adjust the timing of when that warning kicks in. And then lastly, for the screen, you are going to have more settings for the warning volume. You can lower it to a minimal setting, or you can max it out. With Subaru, I've learned that you just want to go with minimal because you don't want that screaming at you when you are behind the wheel. And then also you have your units of measurement. Then to the right of the home screen button, you're going to notice your driver profile icon. We had that last year. But now for 2024, and this is standard across all trims, we are wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto compatibility. I am going to turn on my phone, and I'm going to connect my phone to the WRX. So I'm going to press Add here. And when you go to your Bluetooth settings, you're going to notice at the bottom of the screen, Other Devices. Just press WRX there. And you're going to get a PIN code. If it matches up, just press Pair. And now we're connected. So this is really cool to see. I love having wireless Apple CarPlay. I don't get that on my WRX, so that's definitely a feature that I'm a bit envious of for owners of the 2024 WRX. And then as you swipe to the left, you are going to notice some more icons, just as you will with any Subaru product. And of course, last year's WRX, you can add new shortcuts. But I already noticed 2 new shortcuts that have come equipped from the factory. One is the display off button. So you can turn off this display if you don't want that distracting you while you're driving. Although you can adjust the screen brightness with the dial placed to the left of the steering wheel on the dashboard. I'll just go with that. But if you don't want the screen on at all, you can just turn that off. Then next to the display off button, you are going to notice your valet mode. I did not get that for 2023 on my WRX. Now, most likely if you are pulling up to the valet, most people don't even know how to drive manual, so you might never use this, but maybe if you're going to get your car serviced, you don't want someone messing around with your car on a joyride, you can just use that. That's pretty cool to see. But outside of that, it's the same head unit that we have in the 2022 and 2023 WRX. And if this is your first WRX for the VB generation, take it slow, get used to the layout. It will become second nature to use with time. Beneath the screen, you now have a USB-C outlet, which replaces one of the USB-A's. Great to see, especially if you have a newer iPhone. Also, if you own a premium trim or above, this will be the same setup that we see in the second row as well. So again, a nice minor little feature to have and new addition to the WRX. And then taking a look at your steering wheel, looks pretty much the same as the 2022 and 2023 model year, but we have some new buttons with some new features. So you have your adaptive cruise control with your lane centering, which the lane centering is right here. And if you're somebody who does go on frequent road trips, you're on the highway quite a bit, this is great to see. Now, you didn't get this for the manual transmission for 2022 and 2023. So if you are somebody who is constantly behind the wheel and you don't want to be on throttle all the time, you're just going to be cruising, this is a great feature to have. And then lastly is the turn signal stock. This was one thing I'm so glad Subaru addressed. If you own a 2022 or 2023 WRX, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It now locks into place when you use your right and left turn signal, just like a regular Subaru. I'm so glad Subaru fixed that. And out of all the features I've seen so far on the 2024 WRX, this right here is what I wish I had on mine. So now that we've gone over everything for the interior and exterior and what is new for the 2024 model, it's the best time of the video. Let's go out for a quick test drive and explain why the VB generation for 2024, especially for the base trim, might be a great choice if this is your first time taking a look at buying a WRX. When it comes to the performance of the WRX, you are going to have a 2.4-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, producing 271 horsepower and 268 pound-feet of torque, with your choice of a 6-speed manual or, of course, the SPT or CVT, although the base trim for 2024 does not offer the CVT. It's manual only, which, again, is a great thing to have. Now, Subaru of Wakefield equips all their WRXs with the STI short throw shifter, making gear shifts very fun, engaging, and enjoyable. Now, for those of you with a budget at around $35,000 and you're cross-shopping the competition and you're wondering, okay, why is the WRX going to be a great choice for me? Well, one is the fact that at this price point, the WRX is pretty much the only option with all-wheel drive and a manual. Now, of course, the Mazda 3 hatchback does have all-wheel drive, but no manual. And then if you do need all-wheel drive, but you want to rotate the gears yourself, you're spending at a minimum of around $40,000 for a GR Corolla or a Golf R, and the Golf Rs are very expensive, with Volkswagen dealers having a markup. So if you're not looking to max out your budget, you're not looking to break the bank, at around $33,000, $34,000, there really is no alternative. Also, when it comes to horsepower figures, you could cross-shop this with the Honda Civic Si, but the SI has 200 horsepower, whereas this has 271. Also, you have all that torque as well. Then Volkswagen with the GTI, they're dropping the manual, and really, I just don't think from a design perspective that the GTI is really all that great to look at. And then finally, comparing to the Elantra N, the Elantra N is around $33,000 with the manual, but you're kind of forced to go with the dual clutch because a lot of people don't like the manual. So really, the WRX is kind of in a league of its own if you're looking at buying a car with a stick rather than an automatic. And then one last minor incentive of choosing the base trim compared to, say, spending an additional $2,000 or $3,000 for the premium is that the 17-inch wheels gives you just a bit more on-road comfort. Now, I'm not saying that you're not going to feel any of the bumps and imperfections because you have a sports-tuned suspension. However, this car's demeanor on the road is a bit more dailyable. And if you're somebody who has never owned a sports car before and you're hopping in from, say, a luxury car, just a regular consumer vehicle, you're going to appreciate the 17s over the 18s. So I think for the base trim for 2024, now that we have this new technology, the eyesight driver assist features, also even just some of the minor aesthetics here, such as this new turn signal stock, makes this car far more enticing than in the past. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video for the 2024 Subaru WRX base. If you did, please like, comment, share, and subscribe for more. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you want to see more videos for the 2024 WRX and the different trims offered for this year, such as the TR trim that should be arriving here at Subaru of Wakefield very soon, and I'm looking forward to getting my hands on one in the near future. Guys, once again, thanks so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.